So today's video is for people who want to switch from organic content to paid ads to make more money in a much faster way. Now, maybe you have relied on organic growth for a while, posting content, getting engagement, building a name for yourself and so on. And that's nice. It works, of course. But at some point, you realize that organic has a ceiling. It's slow, unpredictable, and you're also limited by how much content you can push out there. And that's usually when people start looking into paid ads, because paid ads let you reach way more people a lot faster and with way more control. But paid ads is not the wholly perfect grail either, because when you first start using ads, it will feel tough. The leads are much colder, they don't buy overnight, and your sales team, they start complaining because the leads are completely shitty, as they say. And that's usually the moment when you start wondering if ads just don't work for you. Now, well, I'm here to tell you there's nothing broken yet. You just need to understand what's actually happening and how to build your customer journey more properly from beginning till end. And that's literally what this video is about. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to move from only relying on organic traffic to using ads much more effectively, whether you're trying to learn media buying or improve your current ads or are completely new to the world of ads. Now first, let's examine why paid ads feel much harder in the beginning. So when you post organically, the people who buy from you or DM or book calls with you, they already know who you are. They have seen your content, they have seen your style, they like your style, and they're somewhat warmed up already before the conversation even happens with you. Now paid traffic doesn't give you that luxury. You're talking to complete strangers here. These are people that don't know you at all. These are people that haven't consumed your stuff for weeks before reaching out like your organic. And that's why early results often look much worse with paid ads, because your systems hasn't been adjusted to handle this type of traffic yet. Now, I need to emphasize that the goal isn't to make ads work instantly. The goal is to recreate, what made your organic type of content successful, but on a larger scale with a much more structured approach. Now, my advice is that before you approach complete strangers out of nowhere, you should always start with people who already know you in some way or another. And these people are usually located in the middle of the funnel. These are much cheaper people, and they are much more forgiving when your setup isn't perfect yet. These people are what we call warm audiences. And warm audiences could be anyone like your website visitors in the last 180 days, anyone who engaged with your social platforms in the last, let's say, year. So DMs, saves, profile visits, likes, comments, video views, whatever. Or it could be your email list if you have that, or your data, which you can then turn or import into Meta. Now, if your warm audience is tiny, that's fine. Use it to test your messaging here, your offer, and your tracking. You're not scaling here yet. I need you to remember that. You're making sure that the foundation is solid for later down the line when we go to the top of the funnel. And I always like to say, don't fix something that's not broken. So whatever brings you in content organically, this could be DMs, this could be sales calls, this could be webinars, or lead magnets. You should use that exact same process when you start running ads. So if you normally close deals through DMs, then run DM ads. If you close them through calls, then run call funnel ads. And if your webinars convert best, then run ads to your webinar. Now, the biggest mistake I usually see is that people start inventing complete new funnels just because they're launching ads for the first time. Don't do that. Paid ads isn't about starting from scratch here. It's about amplifying what already works for you. Now, here's another mistake I see people make when they switch to ads. They run direct sales ads to complete strangers and expect them to act like they're warm audiences, which are completely different people. And that's not how real buying behavior works. When someone converts organically, they usually have watched your content, multiple videos, read your posts, checked your site, maybe even lurked for weeks. And that invisible warm-up that you haven't tracked before is what makes the sale look easier. But with ads, you need to build the same warm-up, but this time intentionally with your campaigns. There are two main ways to do this. So number one could be content first and offer later. And this works best when people need to get some education first. or perhaps some context, before they're ready to buy. So for example, let's say, I don't know, you want to reach people or teach people how to become real estate investors, right? Well, most people don't even understand the basics of real estate, let alone knowing how to get a loan, for example. So these people need some proper educational warm-up content before they will enter your sales funnel at all. And the way to do this is as follows. I would say step one would be to run short value-packed videos or posts that explain something useful or relevant to your offer that you have. And then you follow up with proof, authority, content type of stuff. This could be testimonials, behind the scenes, case studies, and so on. And then step three, final step, is to run your direct response ads, again, which could be DM, call, purchases, etc., to those who engaged with the previous content that you did. Now, the goal with this strategy is to warm them up before you ask them to take a step or to take an action. Now, another strategy approach is the opposite, which is to present your offer first and then nurture them with content later. And this type of offer usually works with something that people are already familiar to the market. There's no learning curve involved for your lead. For example, let's say you are selling a fitness coaching program. Now, usually everyone knows that this includes a diet and a exercise plan, right? Now, for this type of offer, what you're going to do is you hit them directly with your direct response ad. So that means you go in front of the camera, you tell them exactly what the offer is. For example, mine is, I will teach you how to start your ads agency and work remotely from anywhere in the world, earning anywhere between 11 to 50K a month. Now, in case of the fitness offer or coaching program, this could be like, I will help you achieve your dream physique in 6 months' time, or you get your full money back. Now, once you have people acting on this offer here, this could be DMs, lead form fills, or website opt-ins, you move to step two, which is retargeting them with content that answers their, let's say, objections. Try to build trust and fill in the blanks that they may have for the offer that you presented. Either way, with both of this, you are doing what your organic presence kind of did naturally, just with much more control and much more structure. Now, let's also talk about the actual sales process here, because once someone opts in, sends a DM, or books a call with you, most businesses kind of go quiet here. And this is a big mistake. This is where kind of my favorite campaigns come in, and I call them propaganda campaigns. It's basically bombarding them with good remarketing based on where someone is in your sales funnel. For example, right after they send a DM or opt-in, you show them let's say your strongest social proof, your testimonials, your quick, what happens next explainer type of videos, or wins from your clients or your students, and those type of stuff. Now, when you have, let's say, no shows, or you have some stalled leads out there, which happens, these are the people you show them your success stories, your personal messages, updated angles to bring them back in, and so on. Now, if you have completely lost deals, you still try to keep some light content in front of them so they don't forget about you. Sometimes, they come back, time is just better. But the key here is to kind of match the content to the stage where they are inside your funnel. And you're not blasting everyone here with the same thing, which I see most people do. You're kind of supporting the conversation that they might already have inside their brain. And another reason why I believe that most businesses fail is not because of the ads themselves, but they fail because nothing happens after someone actually opts in. So for example, after someone booked a meeting with you, or downloaded your lead magnet, or requested something like an audit or something, they do nothing with that afterwards. So here's how you can fix that. First, you start with your confirmation pages. Very important. So stop sending people to kind of the broken or the boring or the broken thank you pages, like check your email for the Zoom call or something, and replace it with a series of short videos explaining who you can help, what you do, why it works, and why they can expect the success when they work with you. So include here testimonials, FAQs, and those type of stuff. Basically anything that kind of builds trust while their attention is still at the highest because they just booked with you. Also, make sure you have proper email flow set up here. Instead of just sending two useless reminders and calling it a day, send some actual real value in those emails. For example, when someone opts in for my Media Buyer Academy or my ads agency, they automatically end up in a 60 email sequence flow that I have set up. They will get emailed literally for 90 days. And even after the 90 days, if they still don't convert, I still don't let them go completely. I kind of nurture them with some sunset email campaigns. And in those emails or in your emails, try to answer some questions they actually care about. Break down the process, share some results, address the objections that they might be having. And honestly, you can send multiple emails a day at first. Just monitor the open rates and adjust accordingly from there. In the meantime, you're also retargeting them with the content on your social platforms. And this could be Meta, Google, TikTok, YouTube, whatever. Try to keep the right content in front of the people between the opt-in and the sales call itself. Now, if you have a sales team, or let's say a setter team, listen up, because in 2025, personal text, quick selfie videos or tailored Loom videos actually outperform all these generic automations every time. Everyone nowadays can literally tell when an outreach is real or automated. Another thing which we need to take into consideration when running ads is tracking. Because when you go from organic to paid ads, you have way more data points to track now. And this is a good thing, I believe, but you have to track each stage like a hawk. A few important metrics to look for during these ads. Try to look at your hook rate, your hold rate, landing page views, opt-in rate, show rates, close rates, and so on. Now, if something is off, don't blame the algorithm. Find that bottleneck and fix the lever with the highest impact first. Now, to sum a few things up here, I want you to understand that warm audiences help you get profitable, but cold audiences are where you can scale. So unless you want to stay small, you have to incorporate ads in your business. It's kind of a no-brainer. But again, cold traffic is a completely different game, as I just explained. These people don't know you, they don't trust you, and the rule of the internet game in 2025 is you are a scammer until proven otherwise. Now, if you've watched this video so far, you clearly care about getting this right. And depending on where you are right now, there are two ways I can help you outside of YouTube. If you want to actually learn how to run ads yourself, even build your own remote ads agency, well, I've built a coaching program where I teach you step by step how to do this. You'll learn how to get clients, run ads profitably, and also build a real business around it, a profitable one. There's a link below where you can apply and get all the details. And if you already have a business and you're looking for an expert to come in and help you scale with your ads, then there's also a link below to book a strategy call with my agency. We'll look at your complete setup, spot the opportunities, map out your growth plan completely for you. Now, whatever path fits you best, there are links down below. Anyway, thank you for watching.